Gonna fight back what I've become.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Husfiratie Hikmah with NIM 2105025025076. In this video, I will talk about class management strategies. First of all, what is classroom management? Classroom management refers to the wide variety of skills and strategies that teachers use to keep students organized, orderly, focused, attentive on tasks, and academically productive during a class. When classroom management strategies are executed effectively, teachers minimize the behaviors that impact learning for both individual students and groups of students while maximizing the behaviors that facilitate or enhance learning. There are 4 strategies here that I stated in this video, which I use the 4 C's, which is critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity, that will help us and our students stay essential in an evolving world of work. Well, the first one is critical thinking between teacher and student. We cannot expect students to develop critical thinking skills if we aren't modeling those thinking skills for them. Share our creativity, imagination, and thinking skill with the student, and we will nurture creative, imaginative, critical thinkers. There are various ways to spark critical thinking in the classroom. Here are few of the ideas. The first one is critical expression. In this expanded response to reading from a critical stance, students are encouraged to respond through form of artistic interpretation, dramatization, singing, sketching, designing projects, or other multimodal response. Also, transmediation. This activity requires students to take an article or story and transform it into action. In this type of activity, students are encouraged to take action and bring about change. Students might read an article about endangered orangutan and the effects of habitat loss caused by deforestation and be inspired to check the labels on product for palm oil. They might then write a letter asking companies how they make sure the palm oil they use doesn't hurt rainforests. Next is Socratic seminars. In this student-led discussion strategies, students pose thought-provoking questions to each other about a topic. They listen closely to each other's comments and think critically about different perspectives. Next is classroom debates. Aside from sparking a lively conversation, classroom debates naturally embed critical thinking skill by asking students to formulate and support their own opinions and consider and respond to opposing viewpoints. The other 4C is collaboration with teacher and student. The benefits of collaborative learning include development of higher level thinking, oral communication, self-management, and leadership skill. Promotion of student-faculty interaction, increase in student retention, self-esteem, and responsibility. Here are 10 strategies for encouraging the success of collaborative learning. 1 is deliberately select which student will work together. Left to their own devices, students will sort themselves into groups of friends who share common bonds. However, when a teacher creates the groupings, he or she can match students by strength and weakness, deliberately mixing ability, diversity, and social capability. The second, size the group for maximum effectiveness. If a group is too small, ideas and discussion may not be diverse or energetic enough. If too large, some students won't get involved. Optimum group size tends to be 4 or 5. Number 3, teach your students how to listen to one another. Among young learners, active listening isn't a natural skill. Taking time to discuss and practice listening skill with your student. Teach them to make eye contact, avoid interruption, and repeat important points. Has both short and long-term benefits. The fourth, the rules of language and collaboration. There will always be one or two students in exact group who will be more likely to take the lead or take over. Take the time to teach students how to clarify issues, how to paraphrase, how to disagree constructively, and how to build on what others have contributed. Number 5. Make goals and expectation clear. Specific goals and expectations are important. If students are not clear on the goals they are expected to meet, group work has the potential to trail off into socialization or apathy. Number 6. Assign roles to the members of each group. With role delineated, students are able to better understand what is expected of them. With roles like leader directs the group action for the day, recorder takes notes, and does all writing, encourager, enable discussion, and gives positive feedback. And checker check the works and hand it in. It's clear how each student needs to fulfill his or her responsibilities. Number 7. Use real-world problems, not imaginary ones. With practical real-world assignments, students found information through research and forming real opinion. If you find a scenario that they feel involved in, an environment issue, a recent Supreme Court case, a complicated social issue, they will take more ownership of the project. Even better, select a problem from the students' own community and challenge them to solve it. Number 8. Consider giving each group a different task. Delegating tasks gives each group a sense of importance and emphasizes the fact that large problems are solved by people working together. By solving different pieces of an issue, your student groups will have a more personalized learning experience and will better refrain from ill-spirited competition or borrowing each other's works. Number 9. Play a game to get students warm up. This is particularly helpful for younger students who may not be sure of their role in the group or the classroom. Cooperative games require children to use the same skill that they do in the collaborative schoolwork, and they can see results quickly. Number 10. Evaluate each group or its own merit. If you judge group in relation to each other, students will feel like their success or failure is not entirely in their own hands. Try a system where you can give grades per how well each group met its goals and or how each student performed the duties of their assigned role. You can also reward by categories, as in best discussion, best research or most original solution. The third from the fourth C is the communication in class as interpersonal communities. The relationship and communication between teacher and students play an important role in student growth and psychosocial conditions, which are also in consideration in fulfilling educational service. DeVito. Interpersonal communication is the process of sending information or message from individuals and received by others with effects and feedback. Likewise, with education, which in the process require good communication so that the subject matter conveyed by the communicator, which is the teacher, to the communicant, which is the student, can be digested optimally so that educational goals can be realized. Facilitates frequent turn and talk and small group conversation. Ensure everyone has a partner and circulate so you can join in too. Use a circle for group meetings so students can look at one another as they speak and listen. Talk about ways to communicate emotion appropriately. What can we do when we feel mad, sad, or disgusted? Provide visible image and tangible materials when speaking so English language learners can participate actively in conversation. Encourage students to share the experience and idea in multiple ways, including speaking, drawing, writing, role-playing, and even mime. Train teacher candidates in how to effectively employ verbal praise. For example, good job, take your seat quickly. The last from the 4C is creativity of teacher to make students anticipate in the class. Promote creativity during daily routine and activities. We line up by the color of our shoes yesterday. How can we line up today? Draw out students' ideas about STEM investigation to pursue. How could we use the playground to explore how balls rolls? When behavior challenges do arise, invite students to generate creative solution. What are some ideas for helping us walk more quietly in the hallway? As a conclusion, teachers should use a wide variety of teaching techniques to enable the communicative ability of the students. Teachers should also introduce a learning culture where students are empowered and learning is self-paced, self-accessed, and self-directed. In other words, teachers should allow students to take charge of their learning through collaborative and cooperative learning practice. In addition, school and teachers should be provided with better infrastructure and facilities, as lessons can be made interesting if technology is brought into the classroom and used appropriately. The use of appropriate classroom management strategies ensured the students were closely supervised even though they were involved in different activities and worked in groups. Next, the strategies will help teachers control the classroom and create a better learning atmosphere. I think that is all from my presentation. Thank you for watching.
Gonna fight back what I've become. Yeah, I got bruises where I came from.